Hey everyone, it's the Future here, and today we're going to take another look at XLN Audio Addictive Drums 2. It's been about 7 months when I posted the first video in this series, XLN Audio Addictive Drums Part 1, and it took me a little while to get to the second part, I guess, or I kind of forgot about it. Anyways, we're going to talk about it today. And the last video was really about addictive drums as a drum performance enhancement, so playing E-drums with it. And in this video I want to focus a little bit more on using it as a singer-songwriter or maybe a one-man band or whatever, and using the built-in features. And I want to kind of face it off with XLN XO, which is of course a big XLN offering. So I thought it would be good to show that off as well, so you can kind of get a feeling about what these things are about and how you can use them. So if you want really in-depth information about addictive drums, I would suggest checking out part 1. In this video I will mainly be talking about the quick features and some kit building stuff. So XLN Audio's Addictive Drums 2, it's one of my favorite drum VSTs because it creates a very, pretty realistic sound with various kits, and it offers a lot of features to customize your sounds to your liking. I would recommend always looking for deals, of course, and XLN Audio has a few sale points, and there's probably one coming up near Black Friday as well, so keep your eyes open for that. And if you're looking for offers, I would highly recommend looking at either the Custom or the Custom XL offering, because that allows you to pick multiple drum kits and additions, so that's pretty awesome. Especially Custom XL is very nice. Gives you 6 drum kits, 6 mini packs, and 6 kit pieces, so that gives you a whole lot of content. I think I've seen this go for 50-ish off fairly regularly on sales, so keep your eyes on the sales. That's always the moment to strike. Now, what does this offer? It gives you the XLN Addictive Drums drum engine, in which you can load your various kits. And this gives you a pretty big selection. They have 21 kits to pick from, and you can demo them all both in the player and on the website, so that's pretty awesome. And the kits we'll be looking at today are Black Velvet, with United Heavy, the Metal Drum Pack, and the Real Machines. So this is a pretty wide selection of sounds to play around with. So let's get to Black Velvet first, and let's get XO out of the way for now. Now, all these kits come with several pages of presets, and you can quickly check each preset with this little play button up here, which will start the beat. And from here you can just click through the various presets until you find something you like. These presets are pretty wide as well, so you have like a pretty basic drum kit. And that's the entire sonical range just from one drum kit. So you can hear there's quite a big range you can play around with. They also supply a few quick controls on these pages to quickly dial in the tone for your needs. So if you need more kick or more snare or more hi-hat or more or less overhead, you can very quickly dial in your sound. And all these presets are already very solid starting points for your musical experiments. So before we dive into all the interesting stuff that's in this engine, let's just stick to a preset and let's talk a little bit about using this to write your songs or practice along with. I definitely like practicing along with Addictive Drums because it's very easy. Just plug in your guitar, get a good beat, and you can just play whatever you want very quickly without having to think too much about it. So Addictive Drums comes with a pretty big library of different beats. I'm just going to drag this one out for now. It's one of the nice features. This is the core pack. So you have different time signatures, 3/4. Let's just do a 3/4. And you can sync it to your DAW tempo if you want to preview it at your DAW speed. And every beat comes with a bunch of variations. And if you find anything you like, you can just drop it into your timeline. And you can view it right here. And as you can see, this is not perfectly timed. There's little timing discrepancies. And that's actually very nice because it makes it a lot more human than just a machine exactly on the beat thing. So that's a very nice touch and definitely helps make things feel a little bit more dynamic. Very wide range. Here's some 6/8. And really, if you just want to play along with something, it's as easy as just finding the right type of beat and just dropping it in. And with the sync, it will automatically sync to your DAW speed. So that's very nice. Quick way to get started and get going. That's a very nice feature. One thing you might notice is that there's no sequencer in Addictive Drums 2. That's a bit of a downside. If you really want to use your own beats, you are going to have to use an external sequencer right in MIDI. They do give a transform, which allows you to change the velocity range, for instance. So that's pretty cool. Let's try to get it back to default. And that again helps with humanizing things. So if you were to use one beat several times, you could, for instance, just load it up and do a few quick little variations to just slightly change it a little bit. Even those 1 or 2% speed differences every now and then can make a big difference with making things sound more human, which is a very nice touch. And that's all just, using a simple preset and the beat library. And if there's no beat that fits your needs, there's a gigantic list of MIDI libraries you can download. I have a few: the heavy, diabolic, reels, and the funk beats. Part 2. This doesn't seem like much, but once again, there's variations in here. And that does really add up to quite a few MIDI files you can play around with. You can also set it to transport sync, which is pretty neat if you want to play along with a click, for instance. Very simple to set up. And you can preview other kits as well if you want to get a feel. There's a few files you can listen to. And once again, this all adds to speed and ease of use. It's all about having that drum kit right there when you need it and you just quickly want to use it. It's not a whole lot of work to get good results with Addictive Drums, and that's exactly why I like it. So far we focused on this one kit, pretty much one style. Real Machines, for instance, really goes into all the electronic drum kits, or at least the mainstay big brand electronic drum kits. Now you can of course pair this with the Real Machines library, which will give you some interesting little beats. Let's do this one. I think this is the one that copyright striked me previously, but I don't care. So as you can see, Addictive Drums is all about really quickly getting very usable results. It's all about ease of use, and you can really go as deep as you want to depending on what you need. So right now I've done some normal drumming stuff, some electronic drums. Let's just quickly do a little bit of a metal thing. So let's get a, I don't know, this maybe. And there's kits for all sorts of genres and MIDI for all sorts of genres. And that's really what I think Addictive Drums is about. It's about really quickly creating very usable results. And if you really want to get in there You definitely can with the transform option, but you can also really dive into the kits. So for this, we'll just grab a little easy. That will do. And let's just do a United Heavy for now. And you can mix and match with all the kits you own in the Addictive Drums library and all the kit pieces you might acquire over time. So it's very neat. And if this is still not enough control, you can really dig in and get into the individual parts. So for instance, you can tweak the bass drum. So let's solo the bass drum. And this can be done for every individual part, so you have a whole lot of control. And you can also use effects sends to send some drums to effects. You have 2 effects, and these are delay, reverb, crossovers. Let's just quickly undo the damage we did. There we go. So that gives you even more control of what your drum kit sounds like, and you can just save this and really quickly get very good results. And of course, if you really want to get fully personalized, you will have to dig into the MIDI or maybe use a sequencer to get the full effect. Or preferably, of course, use an E-kit to drum it in. But even if you don't have access to that, you can quite quickly make up beats to accompany whatever you're making. As long as they are within the acoustic drum space, because that's definitely the strong suit of Addictive Drums. You do, by the way, have options for mapping, so you can map all the keys. You can map your hi-hat response and your velocity curves for every individual instrument. That's also very nice to have. And there's a bunch of presets here, although they mostly focus on drum controllers and not really MIDI controllers per se. Now, if you're looking more for an electronic option, I would definitely not recommend going with the Addictive Drum route. I would suggest you look into XO. I already made a full video about XO, and XO is absolutely fantastic at doing electronic drums. It also has a built-in sequencer and can do a lot of cool things like sample swapping and all sorts of fun stuff and beat combining. which does give you a lot more options if you're really into the electronic styles like EDM or trance or I don't know, dancehall, anything that's more electronic. Would definitely recommend looking into XO and looking into that playlist. But just for a quick demonstration of what XO can do, let's just take a quick listen. Very fantastic tool for very fast beat making in electronic genres. So for that, look into XO. But if you're looking for like, for instance, rock, shoegaze, post-rock, pop, metal, all that sort of stuff, definitely take a look at Addictive Drums and all its capabilities. And if you want to know more about all the ins and outs and all the different options you have here, definitely check out my first video, which goes more into that detail. But that's all I have to say. So if there are any questions, you can drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like. And if you are interested in more content by me, make sure to subscribe. And I'll try to upload as frequently as I can. So that's it for now, and have a great day.